Hello students, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, that's Akifa's Commerce Classes. So for today's session we'll learn about accounting concepts. Now there are different types of accounting concepts. So what I believe is that before we move forward and study about the different types of concept, it is important for us to know what is the meaning of accounting concept. So in simple terms, accounting concepts are basically the rules that need to be followed. Accountant who needs to follow these accounting rules while recording the business transactions to ensure that he has written all the records smoothly. The main reason behind following the accounting concepts is that it helps in maintaining uniformity and regularity in the preparation of accounting statements. So every accountant has to follow these accounting concepts, because if an accountant does not follow the accounting concepts, then there will be no uniformity in terms of recording the financial statements. So in order to see to it that, or in order to maintain uniformity in terms of maintaining the books of accounts, it is important that every accountant follows the accounting concepts. So let's start with our first concept, that is the business entity concept. Now this concept is also known as separate legal entity concept. So this concept, it assumes that the organization and the owner are two independent entities. It means that the business and the owner, these two are two different entities, and therefore the business transactions and the personal transactions of its own owner are separate, or it is different. Like for example, when there is a business owner, he or she invests his money in the business, so it is recorded as a liability of the business to the owner. Similarly, when the owner takes away from the business cash, goods for his personal use, it is not treated as a business expense, but it is treated as drawings. So here what this concept says is that though there is an owner, now the owner invests money into his own business, still the amount of money that he has invested, that is the capital, it is treated as a liability. And similarly, any amount of money or any quantity of goods which a owner takes from the business for his personal use, that is also treated as drawings. So the accounting transactions are recorded in the books of accounts from the business point of view and not from the person who is owning the business. Here I have quoted an example. Miss Sakshi, she started her business by investing rupees 2 lakhs. She purchased goods worth rupees 20,000, furniture worth rupees 10,000, plant and machinery worth rupees 50,000, and remaining rupees 10,000 remain in hand. So these are the assets of the business and not the owner. Now suppose Miss Sakshi takes away from the business rupees 5,000 in cash and goods worth rupees 5,000 for her domestic purpose. So the withdrawal of cash and goods by the owner from the business for her personal expenses and not for the expenses of business is termed as drawings. So here in this example we have seen that Miss Sakshi is the owner. She has invested rupees 2 lakhs and she purchased all the goods, furnitures and so on. Still, if she takes any asset home or if she takes any amount of cash home, then that is treated as drawings. It means it is an expense. Okay, so this is about business entity concept. Next we'll learn about the importance of business entity concept. That is why this concept is important while recording your transactions in the books of accounts. First is that this concept, it helps in ascertaining or finding the profit of the business, as only the business expenses and revenues are recorded and all other private and personal expenses are ignored. Secondly, this concept, it restrains the accountants from recording of owners' private and personal transactions. Third, it facilitates recording and reporting of business transactions from the point of view of the business. And lastly, it is very basis of accounting concept, convention and principle. It means this is the first and a very basic concept that needs to be followed, that the owner and his business should be treated separately. So this was the first concept, that is the business entity concept. So this was all for today's session. So in today's session we learned about the concept of accounting or the accounting concepts. We also learned about why it is important to follow the accounting concepts, because following the different types of accounting concepts, it helps us in maintaining uniformity in terms of recording our transactions in the books of accounts. So we learned about the meaning of accounting concepts. So this was all for today's session. I hope that everything that I have explained you guys have understood. Still, if there is any difficulty or there are any queries or feedbacks or even suggestions, then I would request you all to please put them in the comment section so that I can go through them and then answer to your queries. Thank you.